Take 3 on this video. We got here my white Hathorn. Well, they're a Hathorn Highline. They're basically a white smoke jumper on the standard stitch down with the Hathorn branding. Pretty much because they were made in the same factory as regular whites smoke jumpers. Anyways, I got these boots about last night. Actually, no, yesterday. And I was excited for these because I only ordered them a few days prior from a Army Navy surplus store out of Billings, Montana. And I live not too far from Billings right now. Only about 6 hours, which I know to many people seems pretty far, but not to us. Not to us. I ordered these boots, and I was excited when they got here, and I even filmed an unboxing video and even tried them on, and they were too big. They were way too big. So what had happened was, and I'd even called the surplus store because I just wanted to know what happened. And apparently they didn't have my size. Well, they didn't have the width that I needed. They had the length, just not the width. And the width probably plays into why these boots feel a little bit longer than they do. Or maybe it's because I'm probably not a 9.5 and might have to get resized at a shoe store to see. But yeah, these boots were too big. Oh, I'm stressed out because I filmed this video. I had to film this video 3 times, I swear. On the website, they said that they had my width and the length. I clicked both, clicked order, paid for it, had it shipped here, and they were a little bit too wide. They were a double E or a 2 Echo. I needed a Delta width, and I called, and they said that they didn't have the width that I needed, so they decided to substitute. It, and it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. But the guy that I was talking with on the phone at the Army Navy surplus store in Billings, he was very nice. I got to talk with him. Didn't have to wait that long to check the order, and he brought up a very reasonable explanation in a very reasonable amount of time. And he said all I have to do is just mail these back and I'll have a refund. So that's good to know. I have to hold my hand, stop it from shaking, just because I've also been working for the past 2-3 days, and my hands are beat. They're absolutely beat. All I have to say is Army Navy surplus Billings, Montana, and I think it was Eddie Schmid that I was talking to on the phone. I have to say, excellent customer service. Thank you. Can't say uh, anymore. A little bit bummed out that these were just not my size. Whites don't make them anymore. They do they do make this boot uh, stitch down construction 55 last logger style firefighting boot, and it's called the White's Heli Tac for about $625. I got these for about $400 from the website, and they didn't fit. I'm bummed out about that. So I'll have to keep hunting for a new pair of boots. And sadly, I won't be able to keep these. I just won't. My grandpa was a sawyer and a crew boss on a hotshot crew out of our hometown in Montana, and he has a pair of Hawthorns because the woman that sold him those boots told him that they were whites, and he bought them years ago. He thought they were whites. I came home for my cousin's high school graduation. I looked at his boots and I said, "These are Hawthorns." He was like, "No, they're not. They're whites." And I looked at him again and I was like, "Yeah, they're Hawthorns. Look." And he was pissed. He was pissed. And me and my grandpa, we have the same size in length of our feet. It's just that he is a 1 echo width. I am a delta width. So my feet are slightly narrower than his. So if I tried on a echo width boot, it would probably be same feeling if he tried on these boots, which are a 2 echo width, which is just one size up in terms of width. However, he's retired and he has one pair of Hawthorns, three pairs of white smoke jumpers, and these are beefy. These things were beefy. These things were not bending to my will. When I tried them on, they're like 2-3 times within the past 24 hours. So I'm sending these boots back, planning on getting a refund. And yeah, another thing that another issue that I have with these boots is on the website that I bought these boots, they showed basically what they look like here, but they showed 2 rows of stitching. So they showed 2 rows of stitching through the outsole. And I was like, okay, cool. 2 rows of stitching, I can work with that. My other boots only have 1 row of stitching. And when I got these boots, I was a little bit puzzled to only see 1 row of stitching. And then I looked to the side and I saw that you have this upper leather that's flared out because of the stitch down. Then you have the leather midsole. Then there's this rubber slip sole. And then the rubber outsole. And these boots gave me the same issue that Evergreen Organics had with his Builder Pros, which was they they were just not conducive to bending. And I feel like if you're a hot shot, or if you're working on a type 2 hand crew and you work up in the mountains and you're climbing, if you're going uphill or up a steep gradient, I feel like you would want your boots to at least be sort of uh, conducive to bending, because I walked up uh, hills. I live well I lived I'm going to be living back in Montana, in a part of Montana where there's hills everywhere. There's mountains to our west, Canada to our north, plains to our east, and Missoula to our south. Shithole Missoula. And none of my boots are really new. A lot of them are old army boots, mainly because everything that's new usually falls apart. So I usually try to find older stuff that will definitely last a long time. And I thought I was gonna get that with these, a little bit too big, in which majority of all my army boots that I have, they're all at least 4 pairs of them are a half size to a full size bigger than what I need in terms of space, and I find them all right. But with these boots, I plan on joining a hotshot crew, and I'm gonna need uh, a locked in feel. I I don't want my feet walking around inside of my boots and risk getting blisters everywhere. So, yeah, I think that's everything to talk about. So, I guess we'll end it right here.